bright good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and joining me. Sorry for the last minute schedule of this stream. Had something to take care of earlier today. Got finished with that far earlier than I had originally anticipated, and I was going to do a test flight. Not really a test flight, but practice some more in this lovely airplane here. Decided to make it a mystery surprise. Didn't want to tell you guys exactly what airplane it is, but there you go. The McDonnell Douglas MD-82 in beautiful TWA colors. Absolutely fantastic. Believe this was TWA's last livery, if I'm not mistaken. Decided to go ahead and take this one up, just fine-tuning my skills with it. However, I think we are ready to go with it. I've had a couple successful flights with it now. Still narrowing down how to control the airplane, how it reacts at certain speeds, all of that good stuff. I forgot you had that laying in storage. Yes, I do, and guess what? I got the sounds working. The sounds I was talking about before, I got those working, so now you can hear engine sounds in the rear of the airplane. The airplane is not powered up in any way, shape, or form, so this is going to be cold and dark startup of the aircraft here. 2 short flights just going from Theodore Francis Green State, or TF Green International Airport in Warwick, Rhode Island, heading to Baltimore, Washington International Airport in Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C., whichever you would like to refer it to. And then we're going back to Warwick after that, but we'll call it Providence because technically KPVD is for Providence, even though the airport is in Warwick. No big deal there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop inside. Well, actually, you know what? Let's take a gander outside the airplane first at the lovely Leonardo Fly the Mad Dog X, the MD-82. Something I've really always wanted to fly for a very long time. And as soon as they ported this over to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, I just knew I had to pick it up. Didn't really spend a lot of time flying it because I was intimidated by it at first. But now I have no problems getting her up and going, and no problems with fear anyway when it comes to this. Warwick and Providence are so close together that it may as well be synonymous. I know. Rhode Island is the smallest state in the Union, everybody. Only 80 miles in length, I believe, and I think only about 35 wide, or maybe a little bit more, maybe 40 miles wide. Very small. Very small indeed. And Providence is quite the charming little airport, in my honest opinion. I hope that a developer releases a pay-where quality scenery for this airport sooner or later. You know, I love this airport so much. Honestly, it's my local airport, so there you go. Drop that for everybody. This is my local airport we are flying out of today. I only reside just a few minutes away, so really cool. And out there, that big old control tower, that is not the size of the control tower in real life. Control tower is much smaller than that, and you could refer it to as cute, but it is not that tall, I can promise you that, and not that grand. And the airport in Microsoft Flight Simulator is missing some things. The terminal is nearly there. Like I said, still got a lot to go. It's not 3 stories, I can promise you that. it is not that tall with those 3 sets of windows there. So hopefully somebody will make a better version of TF Green. I've requested it on flightsim.to from developers, and quite a few other people have as well. And I haven't seen anybody take on the challenge yet, so hopefully maybe someday soon we'll get a proper TF Green. Hey Sebastian, my friend, thank you for being here. Hey Joe, thank you for being here. Hey Oliver, thank you for being here, friends. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come hang out with me and our little test flight here. So without further ado, let's hop in the cockpit of our good old MD-82 here. And let's get everything up and running. We're going to come over to the overhead panel. We are going to turn on our battery switch. Click it once to lock it down. Put it down. Click it again to lock it. Come over here to our external power. Get both of those turned on.
Autopilot.
There we go. Everything is coming to life. Let's come over here to our lights and let's get our position lights on, just to let everybody know the airplane is under power. Alright, looking fantastic. Let's come over here. I've already set up our flight plan in the iPad here. So everything is all set to go. Our weights and balances are all good. The only thing we need to do is come over here to our aircraft services menu, and we will click on start boarding. So there we go. Only 65 passengers on this first flight to Baltimore today. Decided to keep the airplane nice and light, as I usually do when I'm learning it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get everything going. Weight and balance, like I said, everything is all set up. So the only thing we have to do is go over here to our EFB and our OFB rather, and get our routing information up and ready to go, so we can enter that into our FMC. Looks like we're departing runway 23 today, which is a shame. I prefer runway 5, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and do 23. Go over here to our position in it. Go here and just use our last position to set the FMC. So that'll be good. We'll go over here to our routing now. We will go ahead and enter in our company route to get our flight plan loaded for us. So KPVD, KBWI. Enter that in there. There we go. Looking good for us. Runway 23. It's a direct departure, so we don't, at least I believe it is, right? Yep, a direct departure, and they want us doing a direct arrival into Baltimore as well on runway 10. So we'll come over here to our departure and our arrival page, and we will select ILS runway 10. And no transition or no star. So they want us to go direct into 10, so we'll see exactly how this goes. I'll go back over here to our route and just cycle through it quickly, make sure nothing is looking amiss on our end. Of course, there's not really much to type in by way of us here. Direct to Putt, direct to Canelli, Q75, MXC. Right. Right. Legs. Get that in there. Actually, I believe we can just delete this right out of there. Go. Alright. Looking good there. We will activate it and execute that. Come back over here. Get our yoke out of the way. And we'll bring this down over here into plan. And we will go back over to legs. And I'll zoom in nice and close so everybody can see what we're looking for here. Just going to cycle through our legs on our flight plan and just make sure everything is looking good. Go. I remember this being a problem the last time I flew this route. When you do a direct arrival in like this, it just kind of messes with the... Yeah, you can see there it has almost like overflying the runway right there. And then going to column after that, and then to jeans. So, not really sure how I can fix that. But either way, I believe we can delete a waypoint out of there. We want ENSU, and we want to get rid of BAL, I think is what we would want to get rid of. So we're going to come over here and hit delete. 1, 2, 3, get rid of BAL, which it did for us, cool. And then we're just going to go to column. Oh, never mind. I don't need to do that. I need to delete it. Whoops. There we go. Now execute. There we go. That's looking better. Cool. That's exactly what I like to see. So everything's looking good with our flight plan. We can take that off of there now. Come over here and bring this back over to Arc for us. Put up my map for now. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and get our performance calculated and get everything ready to go on our end. Menu, go back into here, go back to index, go to our performance tab, and we need to grab all of this good information from our electronic flight bag here. For that, we'll go over to weight and balance, get everything in kilograms here today. So our zero fuel weight is 44,761 kilograms. So we're going to do 44.8 to round that up. There we go. We need our fuel. Our fuel on board is 7,415 kilograms. We want Schedule A for that. Okay, giving us our gross weight of 52.2. Let's just make sure that that agrees. Which it does, so we should be good there. Our reserve fuel, let's come over here to our OFP. And our reserve fuel, this OFP, believe it or not, is in pounds. Accidentally forgot to switch it over, so just need to do a quick calculation really quickly to get our reserve fuel into kilograms. There we go. Looks like 1,176 kilograms. Hey, Sirens, nice to see you, my friend. And guess who's back? Yes, sir. So we're going to want to do 1.2 on that. Go get our reserve fuel in. What is our cruising altitude there? Looks like we're cruising at flight level 300. Perfect. Nothing too crazy. Let's go and grab our average wind now. Average wind is 251 degrees at 33 knots. Go. And then we just need to grab our outside air temperature here in Providence, and I'll refer to my METAR data for that. And it's looking like the outside air temperature in Celsius in Providence is 30 degrees Celsius, about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go, looking good. Transition altitude can stay at 18,000. We'll go over here to takeoff now. And we need to calculate our takeoff over here in the EFB. So we'll come over here to performance, calculate our takeoff, enter in our runway, our airport rather, KPVD, enter that in. We are departing runway 23. Condition is dry, flap level optimum, we'll just leave that for there. Wind, we need to get our wind information entered in. It's looking like it's coming in from 160 degrees at 14 knots. So we'll do 160 at 14. Enter that in. Outside air temperature, we already discussed, is 30 degrees. Okay, and then we need our total takeoff weight in kilograms, so we need to go back to our weight and balance here. Takeoff weight is 51,814 kilograms. So 51,814. Enter that in. There we go. We hit calculate there. That's going to give us our flap. It looks like that's going to be 8.5, our selected temperature as well, which is going to be 50, and our speeds as well. So we're going to go over here and get our speeds entered in. So we want 125, 131, 140. 125, 140. Okay, and I believe they wanted 50 for the EPR, is that correct? That's one thing I still haven't figured out, how to get the EPR entered in there. If anybody knows how to get the EPR in there, please let me know. Hello, Modades Tages. Just call you Mod. So sorry if I mispronounced your name. Unfortunately, I cannot read that down there, but I imagine you were saying where you are from. So welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for checking out the stream. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. Flap 8.5, that's looking good. Pre-flight is complete. I don't think there's anything further that we need to do on this side of things. So let's go over to our overhead panel. We're going to get our APU started and ready to go. Get our start pump turned on to get the APU up and running. Come over here to our APU master switch, turn that into run for a moment, and then over to start. Let's observe our percent RPM needle starts to move. There it is. APU is coming to life now. Let's go on outside the cockpit and have a listen. Love the TWA livery. I don't know. I found this on flightsim.to and I just... nostalgic. Very nostalgic. Gee, Scott, have you ever seen any of these? Were you working in the industry while these were still flying around? Alright. Sounds like we have a good APU start, so we're going to go ahead and get our APU generators turned on now. Perfect. Turn off our external power, and we're going to go over to GSX and have our external power get removed from the airplane, dismiss the GPU, and then we actually have to come over here and come over to aircraft services and go to ground and get our GPU to go away from there. Okay. And our aft cargo door is open. That's interesting. Get that closed. Okay. Looking good. Come back up here over our overhead panel. Let's get our leads on as well. Get our APU air turned on. Get some air blowing through the cabin for everybody before we officially get out of here. We'll come over here for our flight recorder. We got to enter in our exact information here for that. Flight attendants are probably letting us know that we are all good to go. Today is the 20th, so we will enter in 20 here of the 8th month. Flight number, we're coming in at 1324. Just something I made up. And then leg 1. There we go. That's looking good. Perfect. Get this over to it's an APU. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, starter pump can come off now. Don't need that. Turn that pitot heat on now. Okay. Sticks to auto. Get some cooler temperatures in there for everybody. Alright, we should be just about good to go here. We just need to do a couple of other preliminary cockpit checks before we get ready to go. Got to pull up our performance tab again. We need flap to 8.5, so we'll come down here, adjust this to 8.5, because this is what's going to control our trim. And we need to grab our center of gravity, which I preset before. It was 23.5. And then we got to slide over to the first officer's side, get our flap value set to 8.5. Alright, looking good there. We get our transponder turned on as well. Alright, I think we're ready to push. Other than getting our trim lever set to go. Should be good right about there. Okay. What do you say we go ahead and get going, ladies and gentlemen? Got to get our emergency lights armed there, get our seatbelt signs on, let everybody know that we are going to be getting out of here. Lock our flight deck door there. Right, have everything good here. APU generators are on. Okay, I do believe that we are good to push. So we are going to ask that our GSX disconnect the jetway. I'm not going to use the GSX pushback just because it's painfully slow. So let's go ahead and come up here. We are going to get our better pushback, or amphibious pushback rather, ready to go and use this one because this works on the MT-80. The only thing that doesn't really work on the MD-80 with this, would be the trying to get the brake to disconnect. Hey Dad, thank you for being here, saying figured I'd find you here. Big out of KPVD test flight had me going. Oh yes, testing the MD-82, the Donald Douglas MD-82 today. Don't have much experience here, so we'll see exactly how this goes. I need to pull this out actually, get this out. And then we need to come over here to our autopilot, get our cruising altitude in. We're only going up to flight level 300 today. Go 300 there. Come over here to our speed now. We need to get this to V2 plus 10, which will be 150. Go 150, get our flight directors armed. Alright, we should be ready to push everybody, so let's come over here to our pushback tool. We will request pushback, and it's not going to pull the tug up just because we had the GSX active there for a little while. And this is the tricky part that I'm having. When I release the parking brake, it's not releasing up here on the pushback tool. Usually I just play with it and kind of go crazy with it, you know. And usually it will disengage eventually. Same thing with doing this. Ooh, oh, you almost had it. No, I did it again. Come on. There's like, there's always, it's the only thing I don't understand about the pushback, and there's no pushback services in our EFB here. At least I don't think there is there? No, there isn't. Could I possibly be doing something wrong? Not sure. I don't think so. Really don't think so. We could just get our parking brake released. That would be excellent. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Had to be a little bit quick there. We're going to go over ahead and get our starter pump turned on now. Open up our closed switches. I need to come over here and get the switch to on and get our supplies switched to off. Come over here to our pneumatic transfer feed valves. We need to get those turned on. A little bit of a tricky spot. There we go. And then hold the starter motor for our right-hand side engine. And we aren't starting up. Oh boy, okay. This is why we do test flights, everyone. Am I forgetting something? I didn't think so. Our APU is running. Our air is on. I think that's what we were forgetting. Let's try it now. No, maybe not. Maybe. Oh, that's what it is. There we go. Engine number 2 starting to come to life now. You can see the rotation there for N2. At about 22%, we will let go of the starter valve and get the engine started. There it goes. It's at about 22%. Let go and introduce fuel pressure. Oh my. Oh boy, that's interesting. There we go, she's coming to life. The old JT8D engine, very old. This plane first flew in 1979. Alright, sounds like engine number 2 had a good start there. We're going to go ahead and get engine number 1 up and going now. Come down here, watch our N2 instruments. It'll be the same thing. At about 20% of N2 down there, we will engage fuel pressure and we'll hop inside the wing. Different windscreen had me hoping. Concentrate on departure. Godspeed, Captain. Thank you, Dad. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we have a good departure. Alright, go ahead and engage fuel pressure and let's hop inside the airplane now and have a listen. Hey Mom, thank you for being here. Thank you for checking it out. Like I said, last minute little test stream we had scheduled here today. Just practicing in the MD-82. And rather than not broadcast it out to everybody, figured I would come in here and let everybody see my test flights I like to do here. Cabin announcements going on now. Now that we are under power, we'll come over here, get our anti-collision lights on as well. Come over here, we'll get our nose lights to bright. APU generator is off now. We no longer need that, so we get those clicked up into the off position. We can get our APU into the off position as well. There we go. We never turned on our fuel pumps. Whoopsies. Starter system can come off. Starter pump can come off as well. Come down over here. Let's get our flaps to our takeoff position.
Pull up and take it with you to the nearest suitable exit. After exiting the aircraft, place your arms to the straps and have to push into your chest.
Alright. Check that our flaps are sitting at 8.5 degrees, which they should be. Come over here real quick. Take off extension. There we go. Now they are good. I think we're ready to start taxiing everybody, so let's get on out of here. We're going to runway 23 in Providence today. Look at my chart here. Looks like we are just going to taxi straight ahead. Take a right-hand turn, our first right up there in front of us, and then our next left. Follow that straight all the way down, and runway 23 will be on our right. Alright, let's get going, everybody. Advancing the throttle slightly to give us some power to get us moving. Looks like we are going to be rolling under our own power.
Welcome aboard. We hope you enjoy your flight. Thank you.
Very old, noisy airplane. Very old. Classic jet engines. Very, very... I believe they're turbojets, right? JT-ADs are turbojets. Here's our right-hand turn here. crossed runway 5 there, I believe. Alright, we will be holding short on the runway. Turn and line up and wait. Just make sure we have everything configured. No turning and burning for this airplane. I don't think that's a regular procedure. Every video I've ever seen of an MD-80, whether it be the MD-80, MD-81, or MD-82, lining up on the runway, always lines up and waits before getting up and on out of here. Alright, here's our departure runway, runway 23. Get ourselves all lined up. Alright. There we go, all lined up. Come down here, get our parking brake set for just a moment. These are our landing lights right here. We're going to get those both on. Nose lights are set to bright. Come over here, get our position and strobe lights both on. Alright, we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a replay of our takeoff. So what we're going to do is we are going to come over here. We are going to open up our replay tool, our sky dolly tool. Great for replays, absolutely fantastic. There we go, sky dolly is open. We can hit record now. And let's get on out of here, shall we? Releasing our parking brake throttles, coming up to 40%. Stabilized, up to takeoff power. Rotate. Crosswind takeoff there. You're coming up. Gear up. Lights out. Start our right-hand turn. Don't worry, that noise is our trim horn. The airplane letting us know that the trim value is being moved on the airplane. Lovely departures, doing well on our speed, well on our climb rate. This plane is a wonder to fly. Wonderful airplane to fly. Still hand flying. Alright. Before we go any farther, let's get ourselves trimmed out here. Alright. Got ourselves trimmed out, looking good. So now what we can do is we can come over here and stop recording. And we will... Oh! That's normal.
Landing gear.
That's normal.
Landing
Don't
gear.
worry.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Get us all set up for the replay. Alright, enjoy the replay of our takeoff from this angle, everybody. Go ahead and take a look at the chat. Haven't looked at it in quite a minute. Looks amazing. Where you can get the plane, does it cost money? And last thing, would you recommend it? I would recommend it. Yes, it does cost money. And I got mine on Sim Market, I believe. That's where I purchased mine. Alright, I wish we had these, saw these planes laying around and flying. Well, they're mainly in cargo service, I believe, but not anywhere around here in the United States, unfortunately. Alright, let's play the takeoff replay, everybody. Hope you enjoy. Replay bug, everybody, getting that stabilizer warning. That's only because of the replay, everyone, don't worry. Alright, we're going to be coming to the end of the replay, of which I will take over control. Hey, Rhino, my friend, thank you for tuning in and checking out the stream. Oh my goodness, what on earth? Oh my god, look at that, huh? Wow. Good to know that the replay function doesn't like the MD-80. Well, this is an experience, everybody. Oh. Well, that happened. That happened, everyone. Noted. Do not use the replay tool on the Mad Dog. Wow. Okay. Is everyone okay? Is everyone all right? Well, yeah. Sorry about that. Never surprises me with this simulator sometimes. All right. Well, now we know, for the love of God, do not use the replay tool in the Mad Dog. Noted. 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 Well, that was kind of cool, I guess. If that's what you want to call it. don't really know what to do. I think I have something that might work. Here we go. We're back on the ground. This is our takeoff now. So what happens if we get this forward to like right here? Yep. Well. Interesting. Okay. We're up off the ground there. Well, looks like we're gonna be restarting. That was interesting. That's definitely gonna get clipped. Engines aren't running. Yeah, we need to restart. Darn. That really stinks. All that work, too, to get the MD-80 up and going. Oh. Oh, what the? Question? Why did we restart in the air? Okay. You know what? No. Main menu. The whole plane broke when it decided to turn itself into a Mad Dog Zero. I know, right? Hey, you know what? This channel is full of surprises, everybody. I told you today would be a surprise, didn't I? Oh, baby. Okay. Yeah. Yes. That did happen. No worries. We will get ourselves all up and ready to go again, and we'll just do the taxi out and take off like normal, no replay. That was, hey, I'm using the Sky Dolly tool for replays, and to be honest, it does say when you start up the program that warning, this is a beta, or warning, this is a very early phase of the program, so... Why are we in the air? What is going on in here? Okay, you know what? Ay, vey. I just shut down the entire Sky Dolly program. If we spawn at the gate, I'm gonna assume
Couldn't
that's the
find
issue.
valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
Alright. Are we at the gate? Yes, we are. Looks like Sky Dolly was the problem. That's what test flights are for? Yes, absolutely. You are correct. But anyways, we need to do this very quickly now, just so I don't waste any more time. So this is going to be a complete rundown again of starting up the airplane. So just in case you missed it the first time, we need to go to aircraft services, and you come over here to ground. We need to get our ground power unit connected. Close our doors. For whatever reason, those are open. Anyways, coming over to our overhead panel, battery switch comes on and gets locked. Ground power switches come on. Come over here. Get our stairs away. Drift over here. Get our auxiliary boost pump on for a moment. And close our air stairs in the rear. Wow. Alright, seatbelt sights on, emergency lights get armed. We're going to go ahead and start our APU right off the rip too. Starter pump on, get the APU started and ready to go. Okay. Just going through everything here quickly, everybody, so don't worry if I'm not talking too much. Just getting everything configured on our end. One more time. Okay, activate and execute that. We already know, based on programming this before, that should be all good to go. Man, we gotta start the boarding again, dear Lord. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. I didn't want to do that. Because I didn't do this right. Hopefully it's not too late. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not be too late. Balance. Yep. Craft services. 65. Cool. We made it. Okay. Airplane's being boarded now. Let's go ahead and calculate our performance again. Board. 23 outside air temperature. We're sitting at 30 degrees Celsius. Winds again. Grab our METAR. Winds are coming in 160 at what, 14 knots did we say before? Yep, 14 knots. Wow, quite windy. Takeoff weight 51,814 kilograms. Go. Okay. Alright. Got that good and ready to go. Let's get this back over to our zero fuel weight here. Or our other data. We need to get our performance initiation in now. Zero fuel weight again, because I already forgot. 44, so we're going to go 4.5. Or, wait. 45, yes, there we go. $44.8. Go. The amount of fuel that we have on board is 7,415 kilograms. Go. Our reserve fuel, which we already looked up. Let's get that back up. 2, cruising altitude 300. Average cruise wind 251 at 33 knots. Oh. Giving this another try. Outside air temperature 30 degrees Celsius, as we already stated. Okay, looking good. Pre-flight complete. Let's go back over here to our performance. 125, 131, 140. Okay. Alright. APU generators can come on now. External power can come off. Let's go back over to our EFB. Let's tell our GPU to disconnect. No, now it's just going to be about having our passengers boarded. We are only 12 passengers out of 65 on their way into the airplane, so... Hey! How crazy was that? Anyways, why is our air stair still down? We don't want that down. Please close the air stair. And hey, look at that. Well, I guess we can make it at least a little bit more realistic. There we go. Well, that was an event, wasn't it? We get our pushback replanned again. Right, pushback is pre-planned once more. Remember, everybody, if you wouldn't mind, and if you are enjoying the stream, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Well, while we're waiting for our passengers to board, I guess we can take advantage of not really having much to do at the moment, and getting our drone camera, and let's come walk around the airplane. Look at everything, take a look at everything. Hey, how's it going? Hear about that crash that just happened? Yep, that was me. Check everything out with the wheels, do a walk around. She got to rotate quickly? Yes, she did. She's very light. Very light. Alright. Everything looks good. How are you? Aren't you the same person that was over there? Nice view of the tug. General Dynamics. Cool. Love this part. Figured you would. Figured you would. I'm getting a nice view of our aircraft before we depart. Let's go ahead and get up our air stairs there.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you aboard. Federal regulations require that carry-on items are stowed prior to closing the aircraft door. Items must be placed completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Use caution when placing or removing items in an overhead compartment. Please let us know if we may assist you. To expedite the boarding process, please be seated as quickly as possible.
Oh, man.
Your carry-on items. Take a moment to review the safety
shitter was
instructions
modded.
on your seat back pocket. Passengers seated in rows 25 and 26 are also asked to review the exit row seating requirements.
Alright.
If you are
I think
seated
we
in
actually
the
might
exit
be
row,
ready to go
you may be
now.
required to assist the crew in an evacuation. If you are unwilling or have a condition which will hinder you from performing the
Yep,
functions
we are.
described,
We are ready to go.
that's for you to do.
Alright.
All cellular telephones and other portable electronic
Get our fuel pumps turned on now. APU generator is on and running, which is good. It's on. Get our starter pump on. Go to System A. Come down here. Get our pneumatic valves opened again. Okay. Alright, we are ready for push. Let's try this one more time, shall we? Okay, Looks like he's all disconnected there. Let's get on out of here, shall we? Alright, pushback has commenced. Coming up here, uncovering our engine guards, getting right engine started first. Come down here, we see N2 rotation. We're at 25 or 23%. We'll release the starter and engage fuel. Go. Alright, having a good engine start there. Come over here, get our flaps set back to 8.5. That's good where it is. Come over here, get this set to 8.5. 8.5. Alright, sounds like we have a good start of engine number 2. Alright. Left engine. Same procedure. Alright, engine number 1 started and good to go. Come up here now, close these switches, get our starter pump off, get our APU generators off, and get our APU shut off in general. Alright, get our air conditioner supply set back to the on position.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could please have your attention to reducing the port safety information. In preparation for departure,
Alright,
straight on.
believe that we are good to go. Get our flaps set to take off again.
For everyone's safety, regulations require you to practice all items down, clapboard, and put on instructions. To fasten your seatbelt, take the metal fitting into the bumper and adjust the strap to the closed and push the middle. To release, lift the safety leg at the top. Please review the safety instructions following the seatbelt installation, but explain the safety features of this aircraft as well as the location and operation of the rotation device. Your seat cushion serves as an include rotation device. To remove it, pull up and take it with you to the nearest suitable exit. After
Okay.
exiting the aircraft, place your arms to the straps.
All right.
and position to your chest.
Do believe that we are good to go. Let's hide our yoke so we can see. Alright, underway again, everybody. Let's hope we don't have any more struggles like we just did.
If there's a lack of electrical output, load up an emergency notice for the release. All engines are indicated on regular and at full level. Key for the last static function, oxygen mask will be released from the tank. Smoke before landing, recheck the motor conversion, fully check the occupancy, close the mask for the reverse and close the mask for the car. Full time after your side of the plastic bags and mask will be left on oxygen again. Be sure to secure your mask first before seating others. As a reminder, smoking is not permitted in any area of the aircraft. Can't take disabling or destroying the luggage.
Everybody, please make sure you're listening to the flight attendants. If you're into trouble, I-95 is on the other side of the fence. Yes, it is. I won't be afraid to put her down there if I have to. Destination Baltimore, KBWI. Alright. Giving this another shot. Okay. Landing lights both on, those lights both on now. Both. Check our trims, make sure that they are looking good, which they are. Flaps are set. Alright, give this another try, ladies and gentlemen. Power levers coming up, 40%. Alright. Try number 2. Positive rate, you're up. Positive rate.
Gear up, lights out.
As mentioned, that's just our trim. Alright, bring our climb power in now. Your channel is growing like mad. I know, Rhino, isn't it crazy? Thank you so much, everybody, for the support everybody shows me each and every stream. Really, really, really appreciate every single one of you. Flaps coming clean now.
Flaps too.
Still hand flying the airplane. Much better. No replay. Let's just get to Baltimore. All right. All right, autopilot is engaged. Let him do the rest of the work, eh? You have a stream with 2.3 thousand views, I know. Absolutely insane. Remember, everybody, tomorrow is our 150 subscriber celebratory long haul stream starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to come check that out. Should be a good one. Going from LAX to Atlanta in a Boeing 777-200ER. Just going to get back into the cockpit here. Make sure the airplane is doing everything we need it to, which it is. ETA, you see the very top of the progress bar right here. If you see my mouse in the top hand corner right next to KPVD, that's our distance to go. So 276 nautical miles to go, 275 nautical miles to go, And looks like we will be there in about, looks like 21:44 for Zulu time. So about another 40 minutes or so. This airplane just flies so nice. It's an amazing airplane to hand fly. It's very heavy on the control surfaces, so it's very hard to overcorrect any movements, and that's really what I like about it the most. Really hard to make mistakes with it. The only thing with it is that you'd have to be careful is the fact that it would actually, at least from what I've experienced, it's been very sluggish if you let the airplane get too slow on arrival, so we'll see. Okay, gonna put car wash stuff away, catch you then, go pads. Alright, see you in a little bit, Dad. Thank you for joining for the takeoff. Hope to see you for the arrival into Baltimore. How does everybody like the sounds? I'm absolutely loving these. Sounds very much like the real thing from all the videos that I could find. These are the FT Sim sounds. You can have access to all of his sound packs by signing up for his Patreon. That's how I was able to get access to this lovely sound set, and it is absolutely fantastic. If you're new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider going ahead and hitting that like button for us. This is a last-minute, non-scheduled stream, so I'm not expecting too many people to pop in here. If you're new here, though, please go ahead and hit that like button for me, and if you're enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber, or as I like to call all of you, crew members. We would all greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody, for all of your support. It really means a lot to me in this very short journey we have so far of this channel. It is growing by leaps and bounds. Still really can't believe how quickly it's growing. It's absolutely fantastic. 25 knot headwind, hitting us straight in the nose. Auto throttle is off. I'm managing the thrust levers myself, just because I can't really get the EPR set. I know that you can set it over here, the EPR limit. I'm not sure exactly how else to set it in the FMC so the autopilot will follow it. What is this plane? This is the Leonardo Fly the Mad Dog X, or in real life, the MD-82. I'm hoping that everybody's having a great start to their weekend so far. Everybody's having a great Saturday afternoon or evening, and if it's Sunday morning for you already, I hope you're having a great Sunday as well. Just another reminder, tomorrow is our 150 subscriber long haul celebratory stream starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be in a Delta Airlines Boeing 777-200ER going from LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, to ATL, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Should be a good flight. Should have no problem handling the 777. I have faith in myself. For the flight yoke or joystick, I am using the Boeing, the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke and throttle quadrant. I do have the honeycomb throttle quadrant on the way, should be here on Monday. I will be switching over to that for all of my non-Airbus flights, and that's just simply due to the fact that in my opinion, the Boeing throttle quadrant is actually kind of lacking compared to what the Airbus has to offer. And that's because you can get it in the captain pack. They didn't release anything like a captain pack, at least I don't think, for the Boeing throttle. And the one thing I love about the Airbus throttles is that you have the detents and the flaps and the spoiler lever to help you guide the flap positioning. However, with the honeycomb, I did come across somebody that makes attachments, like a spring-loaded attachment for your flaps, so it'll be easier for you to put the flaps down. So hopefully that'll be coming in shortly. When I fly an Airbus, though, I do use the Thrustmaster Airbus side stick and the throttle quadrant that comes with that as well. Alright, still doing pretty well on our climb. Just monitoring our climb to make sure I can engage the auto throttle at the top of our descent. I realize it's not exactly the exact procedure of this aircraft, it's just the one that I know and have learned to do while practicing with it, only because I can't get our EPR to increase, so we only spool up to about 83% of N1 while cruising, or climbing rather, and it's just really irritating and very dangerous in my opinion because the climb rate is just so shallow. You know, we climbing at 500 feet per minute. I know the MD-80 in general climbs pretty shallow because it's an older airplane. But not that shallow. 500 feet per minute, we'd be in Baltimore by the time we reach the top of our descent. There we go, there's our altitude alarm. Oh, figured out the EPR thing. We'll set that to cruise then. Alright, just about to level off at 30,000 feet. It looks like we are 221 nautical miles away from BWI, and looks like we will start beginning our descent in about 137 nautical miles. Alright, engage our auto throttle now. What is our econ speed? Mach 721. So it looks like that's what we're going to be cruising at. Very slow. Remember, the MD-82 was a very slow mover. Alright, cruising nicely now. Such a cool aircraft. I was just doing some research. There's still 147 MD-80s in service today. 147. As well as the Boeing 717, which is the version of the aircraft of when Boeing and McDonnell Douglas merged. The Boeing 717 is still in service with over 100 of those in service as well, so still plenty of chances to see this airplane if you haven't already. Luckily, MD-80s used to fly out of Providence all the time, so I used to see them when I was a kid. And up until, I believe, when Delta retired them, what was that, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? Is that when Delta retired the MD-80? I'll have to have a look. Oh wow, so the MD-80 actually went out of service June 2nd, 2020 for Delta, but they had MD-88s. Okay. Get back inside the flight deck here, just make sure everything is going well. We just need to manage our cruise here for our top of descent. Let's go ahead and look at our charts really quickly. I believe that is New York City down there, if I'm not mistaken. Looking like we need to be at 2,500 feet. We'll call it 3,000, but we're going to wait on that. we're going to wait on that until we're getting closer to the top of our descent, which is an 89 nautical miles, so still quite a little ways to go. Remember, everybody, if you are enjoying the stream, please feel free to like the stream for me. I would greatly appreciate that. Such a lovely airplane, the MD-80. Absolutely fantastic, the entire MD-80 series. It's just good stuff. Good stuff. Let's try to get a more of a passenger view of our wing here so we can see the window. Just like we were sitting in this seat here. Except let's bring us back just a little bit. And then forward. Some more like that. There we go. I think that looks fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. Just check the top of our descent. Looks like 66 nautical miles to go. 48 nautical miles to go until the top of our descent. We should be arriving in another about 15 minutes or so. $20 minutes rather. Set another view here for us. All right. Another good view setup of our MD-82 here, the Leonardo Fly the Mad Dog X. Highly recommended aircraft. Flies wonderfully. Very heavy on the control surfaces, which I personally like. We'll have a 40-knot headwind hitting off our nose. Good grief. Alright, just got our altitude entered for when we reach our top of descent. The airplane will start descending automatically. Remember, everybody, if you're watching, you are enjoying the stream, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. Not expecting that many likes for this stream, just because the stream was a surprise. I didn't plan it. I just decided, you know, if I'm going to be practicing, I may as well go live with everybody and let everybody have a chance to see what I'm practicing on, and then eventually you will see the MD-82 more frequent guest during our streams. 9 nautical miles to go until we start our descent. We're gonna keep a look at the cockpit view here just to make sure the airplane's going to start descending as it should. Five nautical miles until the top of our descent. Really liking this airplane so far. A little bit of a different startup procedure than what you'd normally be used to. A couple of extra doohickeys that you need to turn on to get the airplane going, like the pneumatic cross-feed valves on the bottom over here. These are very important to make sure that you have these up, or else your engines will not start. And then as well over here, you have a lot of this trim information and flap information that you need to incorporate over here. That way you can trim the airplane correctly. If you do not set any of this, you will get a lot of takeoff configuration warnings. As soon as you advance the thrust levers forward, you're going to get a heck of a lot of warnings letting you know that none of this stuff is set properly. So it's good to have this set, and you need that, and this is all for takeoff, obviously. That's the one thing I struggled with the first few times, was just always forgetting to set that information. Oh my gosh. Overspeeding. Gonna have to learn to watch that once we start our descent. Just make sure that we're not going to overspeed, and make sure we're not going to put ourselves in any dangerous situation. But the airplane is descending nicely now on our way into the Buffalo area. Nice descent into Baltimore, Washington International Airport, and our lovely, we'll go ahead and get another exterior view in our lovely TWA MD-82 by Leonardo. This is the Leonardo Fly the Mad Dog X. Absolutely fantastic payware, recommended to everybody. Different kind of airplane to learn. Gotta remember, it's very old. The MD-82 first flew in 1981, and the MD-80 in general first flew in 1979, I believe. Old airplanes with Pratt & Whitney JT8V engines. That classic aircraft engines from the 70s, 60s, and 70s. I absolutely love this livery. Love TWA. Wish it was still around. Hello, my friend. Thank you for being here, John. I know that is not your first name, but I always mess up the pronunciation of your name, so I'm just gonna stick to calling you John, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking out the stream really quickly. Hope you can stick around. I'm just about to witness the arrival into Baltimore Washington International in Baltimore, Maryland, or Washington, D.C., whichever you prefer to call it. Yeah, I'm terrible with pronunciation. Absolutely terrible. Let's get back inside the flight deck here. Just make sure everything is looking good, which it is. Microsoft Flight Simulator is at 77%. Nice. Nice. You will be able to take the sky shortly. And group flights will be a thing in the future as well. Alright, we're going to go ahead and lower the music now and turn up our game volume, our simulator volume, so we can have a nice sound experience for our arrival into Baltimore. The MD-82 is very heavy on the controls while arriving. You really need to watch your speed and manage it very, very well. If you don't, it will get away from you. It absolutely will get away from you, at least in my experience so far, while learning to fly this beast of an airplane. Do I need to complete all the beginner challenges? No, you do not. You can jump right in. Pick an airport and an airplane of your choosing and go for it, my friend. Begin the Flight Simulator 2020 journey. What's that sound? I believe that's sound from the cockpit, and I believe what that is that's light trim values being inputted and the auto throttle levers moving, as well as our cabin pressurization right here. That's all the noises of that happening. It just carries over into the passenger cabin when you select that view. Quite a bit annoying, I know. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Landing will be coming in very shortly. How long was the flight? About 45 minutes. But we had to restart. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, I tried using the new replay function, Sky Dolly, which you can find on flightsim.to, and it crashed the airplane. Literally, we were done with the replay, and then before you know it, we were on the ground. we crashed, unfortunately. That's definitely going to be clipped because that was interesting. That sound right there was our trim horn. Below 10,000, lane lights need to come on. Nose lights coming on now. We have a second leg. We're going back from where we came from, so we're going back to Providence after landing in Baltimore. I had months of Xbox Game Pass free from Discord, but that didn't work, so I had to pay €1, but I couldn't because I gave all my PayPal money to you, which I don't regret, but I had to wait until the next day to get it to download. Oh, I'm sorry, John, my friend. Well, at least it's downloading now. You'll be, like I said, you'll be in the sky in no time. No time at all. And remember, you should never feel obligated to send a donation to it. Definitely not a requirement. I put that in the description because people were asking for it, so I put that in there just in case anybody was interested. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that, John. You have no idea. Really, really makes me happy that everybody is enjoying the content, enjoying the stream, or streams. Not too many people in here this afternoon. No, this was a last-minute posting of the stream. Just a little practice flight here in the MD-82, just to make sure that when I do decide to focus it on the stream, or put it on the stream rather, I'll be good to go. Really have to manage your speed in this airplane really well. You really, really have to pay attention to it. Alright, let's bring out some flap now.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Don't need our landing gear, don't listen to them. Our throttle levers were just at idle. Alright, we're going to take over manual control for the airplane here. Start beginning our turn to line up with our runway. Believe us to be a little bit high. Like I said, this is just a practice session, everyone. No guarantee that this is going to be absolutely perfect. There's our runway out there. A little bit more height. Hope everyone enjoys the arrival into Baltimore.
Landing gear.
Oh my god.
2500.
Manually flying the airplane.
2500.
Only because I can't quite figure out how to get it to get established on a localizer just yet.
Landing gear.
That's why I didn't bother
Altitude.
dialing in the ILS. We can put our gear down now.
Altitude. Altitude.
I'm not going to use the replay function on this either, just due to how crazy it was to begin with. Alright, enjoy the arrival. A little bit high. All right. Very nice landing. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. All right. Starting to get the hang of the airplane. Why is our altitude alarm going off? I've never had that problem before. We are on the ground. Why do we have an altitude alert right now? It's annoying me, that's for sure.
Slats retracted.
Here, get our start pump on, get our APU fired up for us. All right. Go ahead and get taxied to our gate. We'll restart the sim and get ready to go again in the MD-82. Before I was at 90%, closed my app and it just reset, stuck at 77. I'm not exactly sure. Is your internet working okay? I would reset your internet if you're having an issue, especially with it being stuck. I mean, it could be a issue of Microsoft servers as well. I mean, I'm not entirely too sure, unfortunately, John. I would try all the basic stuff, restart your internet. For sure, that would be the first thing I would try. Go park right next to this 7-3. Thanks, it works, no problem, friend. Yep, whenever you have a problem with any download speeds or anything like that, first thing I usually do is just reset my router. For sure. Could be a Microsoft problem. I mean, maybe their servers are just overloaded, or maybe there's a bunch of people trying to download the simulator after watching one of our streams. Who knows? Want to quickly congratulate you on your channel. Amazing watching it grow every stream. Closer to 500. I know we're closer to that face reveal, everybody. Everyone's been asking for it, and it is going to happen. I've already started shopping for cameras, so that is coming, everybody. All right. We will park her right here, get our parking brake set. We will come up over to the overhead panel, get our APU generators on now. Now that those are good, get our APU air conditioner on, which it is. The bleeds are on. Start pump can come off. And let's power her down. Oh my goodness. Alright, welcome to Baltimore, Washington, everybody, and thank you so much for your kind words, Sebastian. Really appreciate that. You are one of the OGs, one of the original subscribers to the channel, and I really appreciate everybody who has subscribed so far. Getting closer and closer to 250, which will be our next milestone. After that, we'll probably do a 350 and then 500. Yes, I was at 90% today, and I don't know what happened, but it resetted it. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm going to say bye to you now. Have a great day. Bye, Sebastian. Have an amazing evening, amazing day, my friend, and even better tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow is the 150 subscriber long-haul special. Boeing 777-200 ER LAX to Atlanta. Make sure you're there for that one, my friend. Have a great evening. Alright, everybody, now that we are all parked at the gate here, we are going to get quickly reset. Matthew 85 coming in with a subscription. Thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate the support. Thank you for coming by and checking out the channel. Thank you for your support, my friend. Much appreciation to you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get everything reset. Like I said, just going to throw the Be Right Back screen up while we reset everything and get up and out of here in the MD-82 again and back to Providence. So be right back, everybody. Just a few moments. Alright everybody, welcome back. Here we go. Going back to Providence from Baltimore. This should be a pretty simple flight. Basically the same thing we did, just in reverse. This is my practice route, in case anybody is wondering. If I'm ever practicing an airplane, this is the route that I use, just because I'm so familiar with both airports. So let's go ahead and get going now. So I fell asleep at 8 p.m. Now I'm awake and I don't think I'm going to sleep. Uh-oh, well, good thing it's the weekend, right? That's what weekends are for. Without further ado, let's jump inside the flight deck here and get everything going. Passengers are boarding. Let's get our yoke out of the way. Come down here to our FMC, to our position initiation there. There we go. Let's get our routing set up. We're going to do KBWI to KPVD. Enter that in. There's our company route. It is entered in. Let's take a look at what departure runway we are using out of Baltimore. Looks like they have us going out of runway 15 right. 15 right, there we go. Go to our departure. Now that 15 right is selected, looks like they want us going out on the Swan 3 departure, so we will select that. No transition, which is good. Okay, let's go back to our index. Let's go to our arrival. Looks like they're having us come in on runway 23. We'll go ahead ILS runway 23 on the Jordan 2 arrival via the HTO transition. Looking good there. Let's just go through and see if we have any discontinuities. I'm not seeing anything right there. Same thing with our legged page. Let's just go through and make sure that we don't have anything here. It looks like vectors, so we're going to clear that out by typing in Swan, and hopefully that should take care of that. Or can I delete it like that? I can. Perfect. Go delete that. Let's just go through, make sure we don't have any other discontinuities. Looks like we have more vectors there, which we can get rid of. Alright, we should be good on that. We're going to activate it and execute it. Let's go over to our navigation display here. Put this over to plan, which it's already on. We're going to go through our legs one at a time here. Closer. I don't think we need that CF waypoint there. What happens if we... take that out? Okay, never mind. We're not going to do that. Okay, everything's looking good there. Perfect. Our passengers are still boarding. Looks like we only have 2 more passengers to go until everybody is boarded. We just have to get our performance ready to go now that our route is all set. Go to performance initiation there. We need our 0 fuel weight, and to get to that, we need to come over here. Go to our weight and balance. 0 fuel weight is 44,761 kilograms, so we're going to do 44.8. There we go. We need to grab our fuel on board, which is 6,882 kilograms, so we are going to do 6.9. Oh shit. Oops, sorry about my language, everybody. I just entered that into the wrong area. Alright, and then our reserve fuel is what we need now. Need to do a calculation for that quickly. There we go, we need 1.2. 1.2 on the reserve fuel. Our cost index today, we don't have one because it's a company cost index of 35. That's fine. Cruising altitude 370. Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a little much for the MD-82. So we're going to cruise at 300 just like we did before. SimBrief giving us that outlandish cruising altitude. We're going to go 245 for our average winds, and they're blowing at 44 knots. Go, and our outside air temperature is 31 degrees Celsius. Perfect, looking good. Go over here to our takeoff. We need to come back over here to our performance area. We just need to enter in our information here to calculate our departure. We're going out on 15 right. There we go. We need to get those winds populated. And again, before we do that, we need to pull up our BWI METAR data. .170 at 6 knots here in Baltimore. 170-6. Get that entered in. Perfect. Outside air temperature. There he said is 31 degrees Celsius. And then we need our takeoff weight. Go back to our weight and balance. Our takeoff weight is 51,281 kilograms. And calculate that for us. Okay, flaps to 7. Alright, we need 126, 132, and 141. Alright, that's all entered in. Looking good there. We need to get our flap position entered for takeoff, which is flaps 7. Let's get that down there to 7, and then we need our center of gravity information. Oops, grab that from our weight and balance, which our takeoff center of gravity is going to be 23.3, so come down here. That should do it right about there to give us a trim value of just under 4, so let's go ahead and enter that in. Looking good. All right. We're going to come over here to this side and get this up to 7 as well. All right, perfect. Looking good on that. We're going to come over to the overhead panel now. Get our start pump on so we can start our APU. There we go. APU is firing up now. Get our pitot heats on. Not kind of doing that out of order there, but no big deal. Everything else is looking good here. Just gotta wait for our APU to fire up, and then we'll be ready for pushback. So let's go ahead and look at our charts of our airport just so we can figure out exactly where we need to go. Going out of runway 15 right, which is looking like it's going to be a pushback out and to our right. Out and to our right, so let's plan that here. There we go. Enter that in, looking good. Sounds like the APU just fired up. Let's get this all good to go. Come over here to our autopilot. We need to go to our altitude. We need to enter in 30,000 feet for our cruising altitude. Perfect. Go over here to our speed. We want 151 V2 plus 10. 151 there. Flight directors both coming on. Looking good. Okay. Alright, I'm pretty happy, everybody. So we're going to go back up over to the overhead panel. Get our air conditioning onto auto. Come down over here. Get our pneumatic transfer valves up. Always remember to do this or else your engines will not start, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we're pretty much all set to go, everybody. So we're going to request our pushback now. And let's get on out of here, shall we? Get our starter over to System A, open up this, get our fuel pumps in the on position now, and then get our APU generator all set to go. Our external power will come off, or come off, come down over here to our services menu, and let's get our ground power unit disconnected. Okay, we are ready for pushback, everybody. Let's get pushed and let's get our engines started. Oh, not this again. Darn it. This is giving us a problem last time. Oh, now I'm missing it. Anybody have any idea how I can stop this from happening with the Mad Dog? Because if I can't push back from here, there's no way. Yeah. This is really gonna do this right now. Good grief. Normally it doesn't give me this much of a problem. Usually it's just messing around with this right here, and then eventually they push me back when you pull the disengage a certain amount of times. Is that necessary to type it all in because it's Chinese for me? Yes, it is. Absolutely necessary, John, unfortunately. Do you get points, or is it just fun? This is just for fun. Good late evening night from Sweden. I am reinstalling Microsoft Flight Simulator on a new drive since the one it was on could not get GSX to work. Driver file GSX needs NTFS, but my drive was... Oh, okay, I see. It's not Microsoft Flight Simulator without a problem, exactly, and just like we're having right now, now we can't get our pushback to work. Like, and usually the way I get this to work is just by spamming this right here. But it's giving us problems, so naturally, right? I just really don't understand what the problem is. Now we can't push back. Can't push back, we're not going anywhere. But, alright, I'm not screwing around with this anymore. I will push back on my own. Thank you very much. Wait, whoa. Oh, now it's working? Alright, whatever. At least we're moving now. Our parking brake is still engaged, so it's going to take forever. But anyways, we are moving now. Let's go ahead and get our engine started. Right side engine coming alive first. Notice N2 rotation. There it goes. N2 rotation. We will initiate fuel flow. Well, I guess we're not going to. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, maybe not. Still learning this airplane, everybody. What's the problem now? Is it this? Yep, bet that's the problem. Could be a conflict with GSX and pushback? Maybe. I mean, it's done this to me before. Not the first time. Go. There's 21, 22. Come down here now. Engage fuel flow. We're going to have a good engine start there. Do this pushback manually. Alright, sounds like we have a good start of engine number 2. Let's just wait for our tug to continue pushing us back here. Alright. We're good. Or the Asobu Grunt Crew not happy that GSX is here soon, taking their work. Yeah, probably. Love that, lovely. He just drops us down like an animal. Alright. Engine number 1 coming to life. 22. Okay, engage fuel flow. Alright, we can go over here. We can get our anti-collision lights on now. We'll go ahead and get our nose lights on as well. Let's get some lights on in here as well. We're probably going to be needing those eventually. Get some floods on. Alright, same thing with this up here. Get some lighting up here for us. Alright everybody, both engines have been started. Let's come up over here, get our APU generator turned off. Go ahead and close this, get our starter system off and our start pump off. We no longer need those. And let's get this over to left DC bus and get our APU starter switch off and get our oxygen supply on and ready to go. Alright ladies and gentlemen, we are all set to begin taxiing, so without further ado, let's release our parking brake and let's get on out of here. That drop confirmed it? Exactly. Ridiculous. Let's get our flaps down as well. These sounds are fantastic for the MD-82. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's get taxied out to our runway here. Not let the airplane run away from us. This airplane tends to run away from you on the ground, I've noticed. Alright, here we go, on our way to our departure runway, runway 15 right. Goodness, quite the bumpy taxiway, huh? It's weird. Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't have taxi lines right here. Alright, we're gonna hold short. Oh, it's because it's not a runway. That's cool. What's this Microsoft Flight Simulator? Where's the runway? It should be runway 15 right here. Alright, whatever. We're going for it. I'm not surprised with Microsoft Flight Simulator. Completely honest. Alright, setting our parking brake, getting our landing lights on and ready to go. That goes to bright coming over here, getting our strobes on as well. Okay, we are all set to go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoy this departure out of Baltimore on what is supposed to be a runway, but I guess Microsoft Flight Simulator just didn't feel like putting it in, I imagine. No runway for us, so no big deal. Alright everyone, enjoy the departure and enjoy the lovely sounds of our Pratt & Whitney JT8D engines. Rotate.
Positive brake.
Positive brake, gear up.
Gear up. Lights out.
Beginning our left-hand turn. Nice takeoff. Thank you, friend. This airplane actually does fly very smooth. I'm going to fly, hand fly the airplane all the way up to 10,000. Airplane is a dream to fly. That's why I love it so much. That's why I really want to learn it, because it's one of my favorite aircraft. Just because it's right out of that era of aviation that's just near and dear to my heart. Oh, these sounds are just fantastic. Alright, we're going to get our climb power selected and lower the nose.
Climb thrust set.
Alright, flaps coming clean.
Flap 0.
I am only hand flying to 2,000 feet, but one time I was hand flying the descent because the autopilot was not doing well. Yep, I hand fly every approach with this airplane because I just can't figure out how to get the airplane to capture on the localizer without going bananas. But it flies well enough by hand where you can fly this on the ILS approach with no problems whatsoever. Airplane stays still as you could possibly get. Really looking forward to many adventures in the MD-82. Got to stay on course here. Really trying to keep our climb managed here. Alright, there goes 10,000 feet. Landing lights are coming off now. We will lower the nose to allow the airplane to accelerate. Still hand flying, haven't engaged the autopilot just yet. Because whenever I do, it pitches the airplane up very violently. Not exactly sure why. I believe the autopilot can come on with no problems. And there we go. We are scheduled to arrive at 23:20 Zulu time, of which it is 22:36, so about 48 minutes to go. So. Very shallow climb rate, as I mentioned. I think I'm going to turn the auto throttle off and set my own climb power here. There we go. Get as much of a good climb rate as we possibly can. I'm not going to be turning on any music for this one. We're just going to enjoy the sounds of the airplane, everybody. Hope everyone doesn't mind. Slowly cruising, yes we are. Very shallow climb rate for the MD-82. Just advancing those thrust levers as much as I can get before we start damaging our engines here to get as much of a climb rate as we can. And the airplane is so light right now, that's the sad thing. Alright, we are cruising right along now with a 59 knot headwind. Coming up to our cruising altitude shortly here. Won't be cruising very long though by the time we get there, that's for sure. .496 knot ground speed. Absolutely fantastic. .30 minutes on the clock, everybody, until we arrive. 30 minutes on the dot. Alright, officially at cruise, 30,000 feet. 510 knot total ground speed. All right, still doing well, still doing very well. We will be arriving in about 26 minutes, everybody. 26 minutes until our arrival. We will start our descent in about 53 nautical miles. It's a quiet flight. Yes, it is. Not many people tuning in. Everybody probably has a bunch of things going on their lovely Saturday afternoons. That, and I didn't schedule this. I told everybody there wasn't going to be a stream today, so... Like I said, I had something to do earlier on today, helping a friend out with something, and that didn't take near as long as I had originally anticipated it to, so... I figured if I was going to come home and do some practice flights with the MD-80, I may as well, stream it out to everybody, you know, and see everybody watch me learn. Hoping that we have a good audience tomorrow for our long haul. Uh-oh. Looks like Microsoft Flight Simulator did its classic, hey, I'm going to change the weather on you. Looks like that's exactly what it did.
Slats for traffic.
Just realized I still have my slats open. Whoops. Wasn't just your regular overspeed alarm, that was slats overspeed. That's not good. It's 1 a.m. right now for you, but it's hot temperatures. Oh, not 1 a.m. 1 o'clock right now. Hot temperatures and on the sofa keeping my eye on Microsoft Flight Simulator that is reinstalling. Cool, farmer, cool. What's the temperature? Hey Sarah, thank you for coming and checking out the stream. Nice to see you here. Quiet stream today. This wasn't on the schedule, so not too many people in here perusing around, but no big deal either way. Thank you for joining. Really, really appreciate you. Just about to start our descent here in 7 nautical miles. Alright, here we go, starting our descent now, everybody. Where are we going? We are going to Providence, Rhode Island. Providence, Rhode Island. This is the last leg of the stream, unfortunately. We did go from Providence to Baltimore, then Baltimore back to Providence. Which plane? We are in the McDonnell Douglas MD-82, if that's what you're asking. You're so good? Well, thank you. The autopilot's doing all the work at the moment. Funny that I joined when you were boarding the aircraft and it's the last leg. Feels like I'm a passenger. Well, good. I'm happy you are enjoying. Thank you so much for being here, as always. But you are a crew member, remember, so of course you have to be here for all of the legs. I'm so happy to see you. Well, thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate that. Remember, we have a stream tomorrow as well, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Why am I so good? I don't know. I don't think I'm that good. Yeah, but I must prefer a long haul, so we'll see if I join tomorrow when grinding a War Thunder. Perfect. Sounds good. Can't wait to see you there, Farmer. Yep, tomorrow is the long haul. Boeing 777-200ER. Really looking forward to that one for sure. Let me see the exterior view. Sure, absolutely. Hold on a moment. In classic TWA colors. I am going to pop back inside, though, just to make sure our descent is still on track, which it is. Nice airplane, it really is. Flies really well, also. Can I do a flight with an Airbus A380, please, for me? Yes! As soon as Fly-By-Wire releases their A380, there will be streams featuring the A380, so don't you worry, it just hasn't been released just yet. There's our airport right there. We're still a bit high, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into manual climb mode here. I'm just going to turn us to our right, just to spill off some of this altitude. No problem, Sarah. Anytime. Am I good at landings? It depends on the day, to be completely honest with you. Some days I'm great, others not so much. You put a like? Well, thank you so much, Sarah. Really appreciate that. Thank you. 6 more gigabytes, almost there, friend. Nearly there. It's what, 130 gigs, is it, out of the box? Or is it a little less? I think it's around 130, right?
Slats extended.
You're also sub. Thank you so much, friend. Really appreciate that. 95 gigs? I thought it was more. Maybe I'm thinking of Call of Duty Warzone or something like that. And Activision's love for just absolutely ginormous game files.
Stabilizer motion.
What a nice sunset, huh? Should be a really nice arrival. Come on, man. Can't stand that sometimes with the motion of the airplane makes you misclick. There's our runway out there.
Flaps 15.
There we go. Looks like we're established. Stick it, talk later. Alright, I will. I'll try. Alright, everybody enjoy the arrival into Providence.
Flaps
Landing
20.
gear. Landing
You're coming down. Can I vote your landing? Sure you can.
Cleared air. Flaps.
Alright, we will do a recording of this one as well. Starting the recording. You can land with the camera on the bottom. Yep, I can do that view for you. Sorry, Sarah, I'm just trying to focus on the landing if I'm not responding to your messages. Alright, my control. I'd say that wasn't bad. Getting the hang of the A380, MD80, everybody. Welcome to Providence. 8 out of 10. Yeah, I went a little bit of a rye there. Alright, everybody, you know the drill. This is where we are parking it for now. We will get a couple landing replays, and then we will cast off for the night. Go ahead and set our parking brake. And let's go ahead and get our replay started, shall we? What is going on? There we go. Alright, we'll go with this view first. Oh, crap. Oh, I had the spoilers up during the replay. Well, that was swell. That was a swell one. Hi, Cyber. Nice to see you, my friend. Alright. Tower view? Alright, you got it. It's not really tower view like it used to be back in the day. Nice landing. Will no try to sleep a bit. Have a nice sleeping. Alright, Farmer. Have a good one, my friend. Hope you have a great evening, and I hope to catch you tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna drag this back this way. And then we will come here, go outside the airplane, Turn off follow mode. Hit 5, and then let's... Hey Rhino, my friend, coming in just at the tail end of our stream here today. Getting a tower view playback by request. Let's go over here and get right to our air traffic control tower. There we go, that should do. Oh, come on, why are we in drone follow mode? Didn't I just turn that off? Thank you. There we are right there. All right. Nice little tower mode for everybody. Mayo landing, by the way, flying the Mad Dog. Yes, we are. Wasn't that fantastic? Great landing. We'll do one more replay, everybody, and then that's going to be the end of the stream. I know I did not announce the stream beforehand. I just went live and decided, hey, you know what? Let's do some Mad Dog practice, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So we're gonna do one last replay, everyone, from our nose view. So get back inside, get to our cockpit, and come up here. Hope everybody enjoys this last final view. I hope everybody has a great rest of their evening, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's long haul subscriber special starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, going from LAX to ATL, that is Los Angeles International Airport, to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International, starting at 10 a.m. in our lovely Boeing 777-200 ER extended range. Hope to see all you guys there. Have a nice evening, everybody, and enjoy this last landing. Hope to see you all there tomorrow. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow morning.